Behind the locked doors of the Sistine Chapel, cardinals from around the world gather in complete secrecy. No phones, no media, no contact with the outside world. Their task? To elect the next spiritual leader of over 1 billion people. Centuries-old rituals unfold in silence, oaths are sworn, and ballots are burned. And when it's all over, the world looks to a simple chimney for a puff of white smoke. But what really happens inside? Let's pull back the veil on one of the most mysterious events in the modern world, the Papal Conclave. Today we're exploring the intricate and deeply symbolic process of how a new pope is chosen, a process known as the Papal Conclave. For many, the moment white smoke rises from the chimney of the Sistine Chapel is a signal of hope, unity, and renewal. But behind that signal lies a complex, multi-day journey filled with tradition, secrecy, and spiritual discernment. In this video, we'll unpack the inner workings of the conclave, the challenges, the rituals, and the moment the world holds its breath. When a pope dies or resigns, the Catholic Church faces a monumental challenge: choosing his successor. This isn't just a political decision, it's a spiritual one. The Pope is the Bishop of Rome, the successor to St. Peter, and the visible head of the global Catholic Church. The cardinals who gather in Rome carry a tremendous burden. The entire world watches as they decide who will lead 1.3 billion Catholics through uncertain times. Expectations are high. The media speculates endlessly. Faithful believers pray for wisdom and unity. And within the College of Cardinals, there are different perspectives. Some push for reform, others for tradition. Some favor a pope from the global south, others from Europe. The pressure to choose someone who is both spiritually sound and politically capable is immense. On top of that, the weight of history looms large. Every decision echoes back through centuries of church tradition. The cardinals must navigate not only their personal conscience and faith, but also the hopes of millions who look to the church for guidance, stability, and moral clarity. First, the process begins 15 to 20 days after the papal seat is vacated. This period allows time for the funeral of the previous pope and prayerful reflection. During this time, the College of Cardinals gathers in what's called a general congregation to discuss the needs of the church and prepare for the conclave. Once the conclave begins, the cardinals, all under the age of 80, are sequestered within the Vatican, most notably within the Domus Sanctae Marthae, their residence, and the Sistine Chapel, where voting takes place. They take an oath of absolute secrecy and are cut off from all external communication. No phones, no internet, no contact. Even the staff who assist them must swear to secrecy under threat of excommunication. The word conclave literally means with a key. Historically, the doors were locked, and today they still are. This symbolizes the seriousness of the task at hand and ensures that the selection is guided solely by prayer and discussion, not outside influence. Each day, the cardinals gather beneath Michelangelo's famous fresco of the Last Judgment in the Sistine Chapel. The voting begins. The process is called scrutiny, and it's a fascinating blend of ritual and procedure. Each cardinal writes the name of his chosen candidate on a special ballot, folds it, and places it into a chalice atop a golden plate before tipping it into a receptacle. Once all votes are cast, 3 elected scrutineers count the ballots, and the results are read aloud. If no one receives the necessary 2/3 majority, the ballots are burned, mixed with a chemical compound that sends black smoke into the sky, signaling to the crowd in St. Peter's Square that no decision has been made. This voting process can repeat up to 4 times a day, 2 rounds in the morning, 2 in the afternoon. Between votes, the cardinals eat, rest, and reflect. There are no campaign speeches, no interviews, just silent prayer, informal conversations, and discernment. And behind all this is the human element. Cardinals weighing the charisma, theology, leadership ability, and nationality of each potential pope. While no cardinal can officially campaign, informal discussions and alliances form. Some candidates, known as papabili, or those who may become pope, emerge as frontrunners. It's a blend of divine inspiration and human deliberation, and sometimes the outcome surprises even the cardinals themselves. And then, it happens. A name begins to gain momentum. The votes shift, conversations turn serious, and finally, a cardinal receives the required 2/3 majority. At that moment, the tension in the chapel becomes palpable. The dean of the College of Cardinals approaches the chosen man and asks in Latin the most weighty question of his life. Do you accept your canonical election as Supreme Pontiff? If he says yes, he is then asked, by what name shall you be called? With that, the new pope selects his papal name, often one that signifies his mission or pays homage to a predecessor. The ballots are burned once more, this time with white smoke. Bells begin to toll. The world erupts in anticipation. Moments later, the cardinal protodeacon steps onto the balcony of St. Peter's Basilica and announces, Habemus Papam, we have a pope. Soon after, the new pontiff appears before the world, dressed in white, and gives his first blessing as the Bishop of Rome, a moment of overwhelming joy for Catholics around the globe. The Papal Conclave is more than just a selection process. It's a sacred tradition, one that blends centuries of ritual with the living reality of the Church. It reflects both divine mystery and human responsibility. In choosing a new pope, the Church seeks not just a leader, but a shepherd, a unifier, and a voice of conscience in an often divided world. From the locked doors of the Sistine Chapel to the joyful cheers in St. Peter's Square, the conclave remains one of the most powerful and poignant ceremonies in all of Christianity. If you found this glimpse into the Papal Conclave fascinating, let us know in the comments section. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and explore more videos for deeper insights into the timeless traditions of the Catholic Church.